All right, and as we mentioned, Key West is now under a tropical storm watch. And in your newscast, just as those 11 o'clock advisories came in, parts of our area as well under a tropical
and it was just right as we were going on. And I do have the full update here. I said I had to check to see what was going on here.
Exactly.
And I want to show you. This is what we are seeing. So coastal communities up along all of Southwest Florida. So basically from Port Charlotte through Fort Myers, down through Naples and Everglades City is now in a tropical storm watch for us. In that watch itself, they're calling for winds 30 to 40 miles an hour, gusts to 55. So definitely tropical storm force winds. Rain, that's always what we've been saying. It could be a big story there. 4 to 8 inches plus storm surge right now calling for 3 to 5 feet right now up along our coastal communities. So a lot of time here. A lot can change, obviously. It all depends on that track. So latest advisory did come in at 11 o'clock, brought those winds up another 5 miles an hour, up to 65 miles an hour. Now gusts up to 75. That is hurricane force winds there in terms of gusts. Pressure also dropped 10 millibars, another sign of that rapid intensification that we started to see earlier here tonight, and then moving off to the northwest at 13 miles an hour. So what's the latest track? So again, we are expecting this still to be a Category 3 hurricane as it moves across the Cuban coastline there into the Gulf of Mexico. Now the track still is expected a Category 4, 130 mile an hour storm just off our coastline here in Southwest Florida. Now it is expected to remain offshore in the latest cone here, but we are still expecting very close impacts from a major hurricane that will be inching closer towards our coastline, especially the northern parts up towards Sarasota County, up towards Charlotte County. And it looks like it's supposed to stay offshore off Tampa Bay. But again, in that cone, we can see another shift a little bit back towards the east here, like we've seen earlier. But if you follow that center of the cone, we are looking up towards the Big Bend. But remember, that center could be on either side of this cone. So we could see that center a little bit closer towards us. We can see it a little bit further away from us. Obviously, further away from us would be better news. In terms of our forecast models, all the way up until Wednesday, very good consensus staying offshore of us here in Southwest Florida, and then that divergence in the models. Some of them taking it a little bit further off to the west, some was a little bit closer to the east. Like I said, closer to the east, more impacts for us here locally. Here's the latest forecast, though, and future cast. You can see, again, very strong looking storm. You can see that eye there as it approaches the Cuban coastline. And really the biggest factor in where Ian ultimately ends up is where is this frontal boundary. The hurricane hunters have not only just been flying the storm itself, they've been flying the actual cold front responsible for that, because all that data is going to be critical in finding out where exactly Ian will make landfall. But what we do know is it's going to bring a lot of rain. We're already going to start to see that rain heavy tomorrow night and continue to get heavier. Excessive rain is possible. That's what the wording is from the Weather Prediction Center. Do expect some flood advisories already on Tuesday. Again, rain's going to be a big factor with this. I think storm surge is going to be a big factor with this. I don't think we're going to see a lot of the winds going to stay offshore, but still tropical storm force winds. Tornadoes we're still keeping low for now, but we are going to be on the dirty side of the storm, so I can't rule that out. It is definitely possible, and we are expecting a pretty large winds field with this. But you can see even in the latest advisory here with that little bit closer track, those stronger winds, 58 to 73 miles an hour, very much near our coastline in Charlotte County and Sarasota County as it works its way northward here. So again, that wind probability getting a little bit closer towards expected tropical storm force winds, basically up along Lee County all the way northward. So again, that shift to the east is going to lead to a little bit more impacts, especially if it is on that right side of that new forecast cone. So again, a lot can change between now and then. What we do know is we are seeing rapid intensification. That's going to continue over the next 48 hours. Even if Southwest Florida doesn't get a direct landfall, we're still going to feel impacts from this, at least tropical storm conditions, starting Tuesday night through Thursday. So again, we're going to be seeing a lot of impacts from this moving forward. But tonight, we're looking okay. Clear skies, 76 degrees. Tomorrow, we're still looking at plenty of sunshine out there. In the afternoon, we'll start to see that rain moving on in. Do expect a pretty wet later half of tomorrow. But watching the tropics, watching Ian, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday, it moves on out of here. Things will start to get a little bit better as we head into next weekend.